Good evening. No, get up. No, we're not. It's not to that point yet because I have something I want to cover in light of circumstances. Before we launch into our main program tonight, I think it's appropriate that we pause for a moment to remember two individuals who sadly are not with us tonight. I speak of Bob Price and Mike Cook. Both died unexpectedly. Bob on June the 1st and Mike only this week. The loss of these two fine men obviously leaves a void in this club from a Rotary standpoint because of the leadership roles and contributions to our efforts in so many ways. More difficult to replace are their intangible losses, which don't show up on any Rotary ledger. Their smiles, their laughter, Mike's famous $5 jokes, their warmth, their compassion, their caring, and their words of encouragement. Mike and Bob left indelible imprints upon our club, and we are better and stronger for their having passed our way. Both recognized that the most important yardstick of an individual is how one treats the least of us, the least of those among us. Knowing them as I did, I think Bob and Mike would both encourage us to embrace life, to love life, and to care for each other. Now I want to call on Jacinda Wallison to give us a few words about Mike in his final days. Jacinda?
Oh, thank you. Goodness, everybody. Thank you for holding your arms open and hugging me so tight. You know, I see you and I see your face, and I remember 33 years of being with Mike, but the first thing he did is take me to a Rotary meeting. This is my son, Michael, for those of you who don't know. He's 16. And I think the most beautiful thing, that the gift of this unmerited grace that I've had ever since that day, was that Michael was the person with him. Michael got to go with him on Saturday. We had lunch, and he spent the night at the ranch to help kill pigs and do a few things that were to keep the maintenance of the ranch. And lately he's been going with Mike like as a friend and a partner and as a mentorship. You know, Mike was like going to visit the Smithsonian and watching True Grit at the same time, you know. But Michael, if you'd like to share just a little bit about what the last day of the greatest cowboy we knew was like.
Well, we ate Belleville bacon that morning for breakfast. And then we went in the Sealy and had a blizzard, and he had a dip cone. And we worked on the ranch, and he was very happy. We rode the tractor around and pointed at all of us what to do, and he loved doing that. That was the best day. Oh, and we watched Indy 500.
I mean, that to me is just beyond amazing, great, and what he left an indelible mark on my old soul son, a cowboy forever. The one little detail that maybe, and thank you for that you didn't have to say it, but what's so interesting is Mike is a planner's planner. And the last person who visited him there that day, because Michael's a taxidermist and was had made some feet for a gun rack, and he was coming by to check the plaque, the woodsman, a craftsman, a woodmaker. Mike, a half hour before he passed, ordered his casket.
Wow.
Yeah, it was measured. It's custom made. You know, every day he had custom made boots on, custom made felt, custom. He custom made this casket. It's absolutely beautiful. I called the man the next day and said, put a rush on it. You know, we need it. And I got to see the picture today. And those of you who can come to the funeral will be very impressed, because everything he's done is in style, and he's going out in style. So far today, all I have gotten to accomplish is going to do the funeral arrangements. I've gotten the service that in details, but I haven't got the location. I went to the funeral home and they only served 100 people there. Well, yeah.
500.
Yeah. With the Rotary, the Texas Rangers, the rodeo, Texas livestock. So I
Morgan
could go on and
Stanley.
on. Morgan Stanley and the Tuesday Breakfast Club. So I know that's not sufficient. It's not right. But I do know that he asked just 1 month ago. I'm sure you've all heard he had the Texas Rangers gala he might have talked about. Well, we were sitting there while the gala was going on. He pulled me outside. He said, should have known that. I'm not feeling too good. Let's sit down for a spell. Sit next to me. I said, sure. He goes, you see everybody enjoying themselves here at Good Company? I said, yes. I want everybody to enjoy themselves after I'm gone. I want you to have one more round on me. I want to buy every person a drink that comes, and I want everybody to tell one story about me. Could you come here to the Armadillo Palace and host something for me? So I did that. I ordered that today, and that is going to happen this next Friday coming up, the 25th. So after Rotary, I'll come over at noon. I'm trying to do something, not to disrupt Rotary, but from noon to like 3, I'm trying to do a service where there's a viewing and then a service at the end for a half hour, and then we all go to the Armadillo. I'm trying for St. Vincent de Paul or somewhere that's close. So that's the tightest details I can get. He will be buried the next day in Belleville, but he has one sister and she's very private and just wants us to be there. So I think a good send-off Friday would be nice if y'all could come, and I'll work through Venu and Elsie and tell them all the finer details and make an announcement. Maybe put it on a text and text it so he can text it. But Michael and I just came tonight for exactly what you gave me, all the hugs possible. And I brought one bottle of wine that he had next to the beans that he was going to make. And I brought it and I set it in here. And if anyone's so interested, I could open it and pour everybody one sip.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for loving him. He had a big heart and he went out quick. I guess I should tell that one detail. So they had this great day that he just described. And my rule for taking Michael all day is you have to go to church. So at 6 o'clock, they were going to go to church. So at 2, they had to get ready to come back to Houston. And they got dressed. And Michael, of course, said, Michael, load the truck. I'm going to lock up around here. And he went to do that. Michael was loading the truck just like he's asked. And he turns around and sees Mike with his hand in the air just going down fast. All we could think about was that he hurt his head or there was something. Well, we life-flighted him after 15 minutes of CPR from a JV football team boy. The only one he knows is young enough to do that with enough stamina for 15 solid minutes. Ambulance, life flight downtown. And after several days of an induced coma as a medical power of attorney, I decided that he didn't want to live with a flatline brain. It's not life. So we let him go. And or what was left, let him go. We like to think that he expired at the ranch. I mean, every good couple goes at the ranch, right? Not hospital. So we're going to stick with that story. What I'm trying to say is that that he had cardiac arrest. That's what that was. And I called the cardiologist that he had and said, do I need to get an autopsy for that? And he goes, no, just in that he had some coronary disease, a little bit of plaque in his heart. Probably let go, went to his brain, cut off the oxygen in the blood. And with you telling me he had seizures, because you have seizures with that, I am definitely 100% sure. Coronary disease, let go some plaque, and we have the shortage of oxygen. So if anybody thinks they have any coronary disease at all, please go get tested, because on the 21st, this is test for that. So I'm sorry. So I'll go open the wine and pour a little tiny bit, and everybody can have one last toast.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Jacinda. If you now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, we'll call on Dr. Hagelin for the four-way test.
Please join me for the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will be beneficial to all concerned. Thank you.
This is fun. All right, thank you. Okay. Well, before I call on one of several very special guests tonight, I think it's very important that we recognize and thank Elsie and Venu, Ralph, for opening the Thank you so much for your kindness in doing that. And also, the internationally trained chef, Lawrence Barris. I'm not sure whether he trained under Charlene or somebody else, but you did well. So, there are some people that I want to recognize first that have been with me this year and done a splendid job. Members of the board that who's helped along throughout the year. And I have a small token of appreciation for those members of the board who are here. Not all of them are here, but for those who are here, I would ask you to get up, but that doesn't. That's not an option. So, Sheila, could, yeah, I think that's okay. First off, don't go away, Venu. You're on board. Thank you. Okay. And Venu was an integral part of our board as a board member. You get with Dr. Hagelin. He was our treasurer. He's going to keep us away from the IRS.
So far.
Sheila Franklin, our secretary. Sheila is also the district secretary as well. So you're welcome. And let's see here. Let's see, Paul Vo. Next, I see my man Ashok Garg. Well, I don't think that was in the budget this year. The immediate past president who, is sort of like a guest that stays too long. Dan Munson. And let's see, who am I leaving? There, oh yeah, Chase Hooks. Chase was selected yesterday by our board to fill the position of vice president to succeed Bob Price. And am I leaving anybody out that is on the board? I know there are several people that could not be. Yes. Oh, our past district governor, Chris Schneider. And also another past district governor, Eric Liu. Would you like one on the ground or the? Okay, I believe that may be all of the awards for board members and officers. Thank you for all of your assistance this year in leading our club to an outstanding year. Also, the next person I'm going to call on is a dignitary in the district. He is known around the district as Governor Boomer. Now, I told him, I asked him if it would be okay if I poked a little fun at him. At our house, the word boomer has a different connotation, not only because Laura and Will both went to the University of Texas, but also because we had a golden retriever named Boomer. And Boomer crossed the Rainbow Bridge a few years ago. And I told Laura tonight, I said, yeah, it'd be good to see Boomer there tonight. And she said, have you lost your mind? And I said, oh, no, I'm talking about Scott Rainey. So, Boomer, I just compared you to a golden retriever. Come on up here. Our sitting district governor, Scott Rainey. Scott.
I don't remember if you ever told me about the dog.
Well, Boomer's dead. I mean, I didn't want
Well, according to Michelle, Boomer's almost dead again.
Exactly.
he's on his way out.
Ask him what his nickname was, but one word,
I'm not going to do anything that you suggest. I'm not even going to stick your tongue. I want everybody to look at Brother Bill's tongue now. Because it's blue. Be careful if you eat the cake.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's so great to be here with you guys tonight. And I know y'all have struggled. We were with North Shore last night, and they were talking about how they were a homeless club. And I know that's what you guys experienced as well. As as COVID came in, it kind of became hard to find out when to be, where to be, and then the racket clubs shut down. But thanks to Venu, you guys had an awesome year, still being able to meet and being so effective. Venu, thank you so much. Let's all give it up for Venu. And your club just kept doing things. And your club, obviously, you've got a couple of past district governors, and you got Haglin. I'm not sure what he does. He's always around doing something. And of course, Sheila was the district secretary. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but one person that I haven't had the opportunity to recognize for what I call serving like a champion this year has been an AG from your club. And that is our friend James Brown. James, would you please come here? Official looking certificate for serving like a champion today for all that you've done this year on behalf of the district, for being an AG, for helping the clubs. And if you haven't seen the video for the international conference, you got it pretty sharp in that video. So James, thank you so very much for all your service to Rotary over all the time, and you even helped him pass out stuff. You just never quit. Thank you for everything you've done. So, So now we're excited to actually get to pass out some Paul Harris Fellow Awards. And of course, as you guys know, this club, your club is not one to shy away from understanding what it is to be involved with the foundation. This year I was so happy because Sammy here, what I call him, now that he's Mr. National Championship President, we have to kind of bow down to him a little bit.
Eat 'em up, cats.
Yeah. I refer to him as Sammy. And for those of you who don't know what Sammy is, that's the little cat mascot thing that you guys have, right?
That's Sam Houston State, Harvard on the Hill.
That's it. But Bill, you put a annual fund goal of $13,000 out there for your club, which that's like way better. Some clubs really sandbag and they don't do that, but your club did end up donating to the annual fund $8,699, and I want to thank you guys for a great, strong year in your giving to the foundation. And then also, he really challenged you guys with the polio goal of $21,500, and you didn't quite get there, but you did fantastic. At polio, you gave $16,708.90. And then, now, I don't think that Sam Houston math, $86.99 and $16,708 doesn't add up to a total giving of your club $175,408. But we'll get to how that happens. There is actual mathematics that make that work here a little while. But the bottom line is your club ended up giving per capita $161 per member. So thank you. Thank you for your giving. Thank you for your concern with others through your giving. And of course, that is exemplified through Paul Harris Fellows. And, you know, the Paul Harris was, of course, our founder in 1905. And then in 1957, they came up with the Paul Harris Fellow Awards to recognize our originator of our club. And that is for everybody who gives at least $1,000. Every $1,000, you get another level. And once you do that, you get 10,000 and you become a major donor. But we're so excited to get to give some of these awards tonight. And I'm sorry, who was the first one? So the level +1. So +1 is Jorge Quinones. Foundation. Thank you. Okay. Also for +1 is Dr. Jim Jackson. Thank you so much, Jim. We sure appreciate all your. And this now we have +2 is Chase Hook. Thank you so very much for your generosity and commitment. Thank you.
So
And now +4, Paul Bose. Oh, thank you so much.
King of the
If you didn't get some of Paul's shrimp tonight, you missed out.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, wait, here.
I put one of those in the car.
Yeah, there's only 2.
All right, so this next one, I think might be a bit of a surprise. So, you know, one thing you can do is you certainly can step up on your own and make this commitment to the Rotary Foundation. Sometimes the club will step up and recognize someone for great deeds that they've done to the club. Or sometimes people just do it out of love. And that's what this one is. It's one that's down out of love. From President Sammy to Will and Matt.
Aww.
Please come forward and receive the Paul Harris Fellow.
Aww. Gotta take a picture of that. I haven't done the toast yet, but I think I'll do it. That's what the one I want to do in my head.
Steps.
Yeah, of course.
It's in your yard.
I'm only at 15.
Wow, that's so great. I didn't know that one was going to happen either. That's so cool. So now the math, right? So, you know, when people really get committed to Rotary, and you really give over time, or at one moment you have the opportunity to make that special gift, you can achieve Arts Club Society status. And that's when you give a minimum $250,000 to the Rotary Foundation. And what's happened this year, one of your members and his lovely spouse, his wife, have made that final commitment to push that last part. That's how you get from like 30,000 to 175,000. So we wanted to make sure that we had the chance to thank Lindsay and Irene for making this special commitment.
Lindsay!
Folks, those who want to know, I know you guys already know that, but what happens is, you know, people who have passion and gift, you got brought it, you know, you really putting your money where your mouth is. Yeah, I want to say, why was that important to you? Why share? I know you. And Aggie never does.
I tell you what, it was a thrill to be able to. We had been major donors level 4, and that put us about 150,000 shy of being Arts Club. And I was able to use some IRA money, now that I'm over 70 and a half, to push us over the top with a little check in December and a little check in January. And we were able to set up an endowment with the Rotary Foundation for the global scholarship. And we're just thrilled to be able to say, you know, the biggest investment I think we can make is in education. And that is what we're doing. And it's going to go on in perpetuity. And that's a really big thing. So I encourage you, if anybody wants to look at endowments, please, I'd love to talk to you.
Awesome.
Michelle, if you got somebody you want to bring in as a new member, bring them now. If you want to give more money, do it now. So that's all I have, other than the one thing I do want to say.
We'll have
Don't
him
you
some water for his teeth.
She's
What? Give him
always-
some water for his
At the
teeth.
district governor
Yeah,
interview,
be
they
nice
asked the
and-
question, what's the three most important things about speaking? And she says, I say this wrong, but she said, be brief, brief, and brief. I didn't even get a chance to answer that question. But I want to be sure and recognize your president, because I tell you, Bill has been a great friend. I've just loved watching the way that he has maneuvered and operated this year. Would y'all please stand and let's give Bill a rousing round of applause. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, hey, so, you know, you need an IT department to help you.
Or Venu.
Yeah, same difference. Okay, so we're holding our glass up, Mike, Rider in the sky. And I'll tell you what Mike always said is his favorite toast. Surround yourself with friends who are cheaters, liars, and stealers. That they cheat death, that they lie next to the one they love, and they steal a moment with a friend. And he was so good at stealing a moment for a friend, wasn't he? Amen. Mike, here's yours. Oh, thanks. Yay. Here, love you, Mike. Thank you for having me tonight. Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, before I go on to the next thing, I did forget to mention Boomer one thing, and that is, I guess it's probably more appropriate coming from me. But, you know, without my being able to have the cooperation and love of a special lady in my life, being president of this club really would not be possible. And I'm talking about my wife, Laura. Laura, stand up. With me for 2 years now, 32, and as she was telling somebody that my year as president of this club was the first time. I've been president of 2 other clubs, and this was the first time that I began a presidency when she was not pregnant. So, and I'm assuming that will be the case. I'm assuming that. So, but what I didn't tell Boomer was that by Will and Manny becoming Paul Harris Fellows, that Laura is also a Paul Harris Fellow. So you have a family of Paul Harris Fellows. Now, okay, this is something very special for me because as Dr. Hacklin knows very well, I've been dancing around this one all night because of the logistics.
You're gonna dance?
No, I'm not going to dance. You saw that at the district conference.
I did, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay. But because of the logistics of the way the house was working and so forth, it was a little bit difficult to get this particular award tended to. But the award that I'm speaking of is the four-way test Rotarian of the Year Award. And the first Rotarian of the Year Award was given to the first two, Vic Bolton and Ron Shugart, in 1981. Father Time over here with the blue tongue, Bill Haglund, was recipient in 1985. And then Will Ulrich, who's here tonight, was in 2000. Now, for some reason, after Will got the award, they retired it for a period of several years until 2011. And some other recipients that we have here tonight have been recipients of the award. And they are Eric Liu, Wayne Shopper, Chris Schneider, Donna Burke, who's tired away from our, yes, Paul Bowe, Sheila Franklin, and our chef tonight, Lawrence Ferris. Now, momentarily, I'm going to have one other name, but I think it is appropriate to add a few thoughts about this recipient. There are many people that made significant contributions this year, not only to the club, but also to our community and district. And as you know, a club does not succeed on the work of one person, but on the efforts of strong leaders from top to bottom. But as I gave consideration to this award, one name was always on the short list. And when I looked at the list of prior recipients, I couldn't believe that this person had never received Rotarian of the Year. Carson served on our board, past president, and one of our members who has given faithfully to the Rotary Foundation to the end that he is a Paul Harris Fellow many times over. I cannot think of any request that's been made this year where this person did not respond in a positive way, and quite frankly, so thorough that it was often tended to before I even asked. Prior to beginning my year, I asked this graduate of North Dakota University if he would help reinstitute the speaker program that was in place when I began, to have each individual member responsible for one speaker during the Rotary year, and not to place an undue burden on one person as we did with Genevieve Rowland, who did an outstanding job for several years as the sole speaker chair. The end result was that we got more members involved in the speaker program and covered a vast assortment of topics with speakers and visitors from around the world, including one Rotary scholar who came to us live from Dublin, Ireland. But if that wasn't enough, every program but one is now memorialized on YouTube. And the only one that is not on YouTube was because the young lady from Dublin asked that for security reasons her remarks not be recorded. This was done without my ever asking, and simply because this person took the initiative to do it and did it extraordinarily well. So for all those reasons and many more that time really doesn't permit us to get into, it is my distinct honor to add to the list of recipients of the four-way test award, a Rotarian of the Year, the name of Venu.
Well, he wants me to say something, but I don't know what to say. This is, everybody in Rotary is really a labor of love. We're all here because we want to be, and we're all volunteers, and we just do things that we enjoy doing. And we do it for all the things that Rotary stands for. So this is fun. It's been great, and Bill Hall is a great leader, by the way. I think you all know that. He's a great guy to work for, and I've enjoyed working for him and working with him this year. Thank you.
Okay. The next person I'm going to introduce has a problem. Not only is she a lawyer, but she has a problem with being very quiet and subtle and understated and so forth. What is it, your favorite song? Her favorite song is Uptown Funk. Okay. I don't know that. I'm not even sure I would recognize it, but I think I danced to it as a good time.
I think you did.
I think I did. But it is my distinct pleasure to introduce District Governor-elect Michelle Barrier, who is going to let's do the installations tonight.
Thank you. It is such an honor to be with this club and so many of my friends. You know, I'm often asked, why Rotary? You know, why have you stayed in Rotary? And I always give the same answer, family. As I sat tonight and I heard you talk about family and that this club was family and that you wanted to be here to share family, I know exactly what you mean. That's what's so special about who we are. We give selflessly to every person we meet, and we take care of each other because we are family. As our year starts, we're going to talk a lot about a 4-letter word. Now, for those of you who know me really well, not that 4-letter word. We're going to talk about the 4-letter word love. 2 vowels, 2 consonants. How simple is that word? But yet, it has become confused and politicized. People don't really just understand love is love. And so we're going to talk about it. And I enjoyed sitting here so far tonight to hear on 3 separate occasions people raising a glass to love and talking about love, because that's really what it's about. We've been charged next year to serve to change lives. That's why I joined Rotary. So I'm super thrilled that you all are going to be on this journey with me. Now, President Bill, you already had one charge, and that was that Rotary opened opportunities.
That's right.
I don't think you thought it was going to open the opportunity of you serving again to serve to change lives.
I did not.
Okay, so it's not your time yet. Dan,
Yeah.
I don't know what bad bean you drew, but once again, I need to install you as the immediate past president. So as you know, in that role as immediate past president, you're merely to provide advice and counsel. You are not to lead. Are you okay with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You will continue to serve on the board of directors, and you will be there for your club and your district governor for anything that they need you to do in the next year. Do you accept these responsibilities?
You define whatever Michelle.
No, you need to just say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. You know, so I have to tell you, President Bill, that as I looked at the officers I was installing, I thought I'm going to get punked a little bit because of who this club is. But I'm going to start with your president-elect, Mark Harrington.
Well,
He's not here tonight.
no, he took his son to Texas Tech to look at a college.
So Chase, come on up here. So Chase is your president nominee as
Well, he is our vice president.
your vice president.
He's our vice president.
So as vice president, Chase, one of the things I need you to do is build relationships with everyone in this club. Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Can you do anything that President Bill asked you to do on behalf of the Rotary Club of Memorial Spring Branch?
Yes.
Do you accept these responsibilities and the willingness to help the district governor? Anything she needs help with, please say I do.
I do.
Awesome. Notice no hesitation from Chase. Thank you. Your club secretary. So Sheila Franklin, come on up. So the reason I said I felt a little pumped, right, is that I'm going to be installing as your club secretary, the club secretary for the district that I have asked to train every club secretary in District 5890. So, Madam Secretary, you are charged with maintaining the minutes of your club board of directors meetings, reporting attendance to the district and to Rotary International, making sure that the district records and RI dues are maintained appropriately, and working with your treasurer. Are you willing to accept these responsibilities? Absolutely. Awesome. You are installed as secretary. And now, I'm going to install my your club treasurer, Bill Haglund. So if you ever need to know an answer about Rotary protocol, you call Dr. Haglund. If you ever want to know about Rotary history in District 5890, you call Dr. Haglund. If you all will call him your club member, we call him our first sweetie. So Dr. Haglund, will you maintain the books of this club accurately?
Yes.
I didn't expect hesitation on that. No.
I didn't think you were finished.
Will you pay the semi-annual dues to Rotary International in a timely manner? Pay the district dues to District 5890 in a timely manner? Pay the debts of the Rotary Club in a timely manner? Attend your board meetings and undertake any other responsibilities that President Bill may ask you.
Yes.
All right, you are installed.
I don't have to do anything the governor asked me to do.
Okay. I didn't have to ask Bill that because he already signed up. Okay, your directors. Ashok, Gwen Corolla, Venu Rao, Paul Bowe, Chris Schneider, and Eric Liu. Again, installing 2 past district governors as directors. Really? Okay. They're not going to listen to what we say anyway, but we're going to go for it.
All right.
Okay, you are serving on your club's board of directors. You are charged with attending your club board meetings, exemplifying Rotary's core values and leadership in all of your interactions in your club, the district, and in your daily lives, performing any duties and responsibilities as may be designated by your president, Bill, and performing any other duties and responsibilities as you may be asked by your current district governor. If you accept these responsibilities, please say, I will.
I will.
President Bill, it's you now. Yes. Healy, Healy, sorry, Keely, you weren't on my list. Healy, will you do all these things and serve honorably on the board of directors? I will. Awesome, Keely. Now, President Bill, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
President Bill is a proud member of the Diamond class, and you may wonder why the Diamond class of president. Well, diamonds are formed under pressure. And I think you will agree with me, the last 15 to 18 months have been filled with a little pressure. So when they are mined, diamonds sparkle best. And tonight, your president is being mined into the diamond that we know he is. He is not only a brilliant lawyer and phenomenal orator. You hear it every time he starts speaking, how fabulous his voice is. He is an extraordinary leader. And the peanut gallery is fabulous when you're up here. He's an extraordinary leader, and he serves because his heart compels him to always serve to help others. As president of this club, you have been recognized with the following qualities. You are imbued with the spirit of service. You have an ability to lead. You understand and embrace the principles of Rotary. You truly represent your profession. You have the courage of a leader and the humility of a servant. As president, you are charged with presiding over club meetings, presiding over board of directors meetings, responding in emails, texts, chats, group text, WhatsApp, and even the occasional snail mail in a timely fashion.
Of course.
Assisting your district governor in the performance of any duties as may be requested. You will have 525,600 minutes to serve to change lives. Do you agree to lead this club only in those actions which exemplify the highest principles of Rotary?
I will.
Do you agree that you will conduct the affairs of this club in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of both Rotary International and this club?
I will.
Friends and Rotarians, please stand with me. You have heard each of these who have been selected to serve on the board of directors and as officers of the Rotary Club of Memorial Spring Branch. You have heard the promises that each has made. I ask each of you now to make a promise in return that you will agree to support and sustain this Rotary Club in its work so that the Rotary Club of Memorial Spring Branch may truly exemplify the highest standards of service above self. If you'll agree, please say, I will.
I will.
By the authority of Rotary International and this club as its installing officer, I now present President Bill Hall and his leadership team for the 2021-2022 year as we demonstrate by word and deed that Rotary and each Rotarian will serve to change lives.
Well, I will get us out here. 9/11. We'll be gone by 10. No, seriously, I know it's late, and some of you may be getting mosquito bitten. So, but we do have plenty of food left, so cake and so forth. So, I had some prepared remarks to make, but because of the lighting, I can't read them very well. And as the kids, I shouldn't say kids, but they tease each other about being able to read it all. So I'm not even going to try. But what I will say is just a few thoughts, and that is one of the things that impressed me when I joined this club was a continuity of leadership among the individuals that are members of the club. And looking at the group, I noticed that we had a profound number of past presidents who remained active in the club. And according to my calculations, there are 14 people here, besides myself, who have at one point or another been president of this club. If Bob and Mike were here, there would be 16. The people that are presidents of the club stay in the club. And they stay in the club because they care about it. They love the people. They love what we're doing. They love to serve Spring Branch Independent School District, provide scholarships to young people, provide help to charitable organizations, not only here, but throughout the world. It meant something to me. It was something very profound to be asked to be president. And it's especially special to do it again. I hadn't necessarily intended to do that, but it's an honor to do. And just as I did last year, I promise to do everything in my power to make an excellent president for you. And I can promise you that this lady that we've got that's about to become the district governor in about 10 to 12 days, she's going to be an extraordinary district governor, just like Boomer's been an extraordinary governor and still is for another 10 to 12 days. And we're going to do great things in the club. We're going to do great things in District 5890. And with that, I just want to say thank you. And one other thing, before I forget it, this year we have been blessed to have an extraordinary lady as our assistant governor, who has been with us not only to counsel myself and the board, but also she's been in virtually all of our meetings, week after week, listening to my corny jokes, listening to Haglin's terrible jokes, but listening to countless speakers. And Kathy Finninger, thank you so much for all you've done for us. You're one of the great people of Rotary, and one of the reasons why Rotary is so special. And with that, again, Venu and Elsie, thank you. Lawrence, thank you for cooking. Thanks all of you for coming out and letting us get together. I saw that when we were together for the Rotary After Dark, that getting together in person was very special. And with that, we're going to be trying very hard to open up and have in-person meetings. I'm hopeful that we will have our first in-person meeting on July the 2nd for Kathy's Assistant Governor's Nest. Details to follow on that, but if you like Italian food, I think you'll be happy. So with that, stay, have another beer, have some wine. I think we've probably still got plenty of it, but that's all I have. Unless, Hagley, can you show the group your blue tongue?
I think it's gone.
No, it is. Okay, and I think Scott had one a few minutes ago as well. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being loyal Rotarians and doing such a wonderful job and helping us to have a successful 2021. And let's look forward to a great 21-22. Thank you. All right, wait a minute, don't go away. There's more, I forgot. Sheila, you and Venu, come center stage. I think you got a drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta tell them what the drawing is about.
Every week when we had our regular meetings, we had a choice of buying raffle tickets, what we called our 50-50 raffle. The club got half and half went into a pot for someone to have their raffle number chosen, and they got to pick to see if they would get the Queen of Hearts. Well, all these months this year, I have been putting away tickets for every single person who donated to them as part of their weekly donation on Zoom. No, it's not Zoom, on Zelle. Sorry, confusing. Anyway, so Venu came up with a program on the computer where we can actually pick a person to pick a card, and we're going to do it until somebody wins the pot tonight. So if you donated any money for the last year, not tonight, we didn't ask for money tonight. If you donated any money the whole time we've been meeting virtually, it's in a special program that Venu found, and we're going to try to get a winner.
There's 8 cards left.
There's 8 cards left in the deck, and we're going to do it until somebody wins. Well, of course, the Queen of Hearts. I was trying to figure out how much money. I know how much money there is, but Venu suggested that we also give money to the people who are not successful in finding the Queen. But if you choose any card and participate, you will receive a gift. So that's going to subtract from the $444 that's in the pot. But just as soon as we can, let's go ahead and try to give away some money.
Okay.
All right. So what I've got loaded in this program is the number of tickets each person purchased, based on the number of dollars you get for the raffle. Okay. So some people have a lot more entries than others. For example, Sheila's got lots of entries, and so does Bill Hagelin. So the odds are in their favor. So we'll see.
Holding the car. Okay.
Okay, so, all right, so let's go and pick the first one. So that'll be, you want somebody to pick it? Who's gonna pick it?
Well, it's just.
Oh,
What? Okay.
Take the deck.
Oh, I'm taking the deck. Okay.
okay. So you can see if it's how many tickets.
I got it. Yep.
Bill Haglin.
Bill Haglin.
Fan 'em. Just fan them out.
So don't be surprised if the name comes up again, because he's usually bought a lot of tickets.
The 9 of Hearts.
9 of Hearts. Okay, listen up. She's gonna tell you.
Mark Harrington.
Mark Harrington.
Oh.
We have you present to win, let's just say.
Okay, are you ready? This is a cool program, by the way, guys.
Although.
Although. Come on, quick. Grant Club. Okay, here's your $10 for participate.
Keely Jones.
Keely Jones.
All right, Keely, it's your lucky day.
Coming down to it, man.
Select them right there and then go pick a card.
Where is she?
Come here, Keely. For a diamond.
Oh, man.
Keely.
You get $10 for trying. Thank you, madam.
Bill Haglund.
Oh, my. How many, like, 5 cards?
5 cards left. Nope. The
6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
Sheila Franklin.
Uh-oh.
Be
4
careful.
cards left.
Nope, Sheila's gonna get it.
Take 2 and they're small. Nope.
5 o'clock.
Wow.
I did not expect this.
3 cards left?
Mark Harrington.
Mark Harrington.
Oh.
Mark Harrington.
We got a lot too.
Chip Vance.
No.
Keely Jones.
Here she
Be
comes.
more narrow.
This time we got a better chance.
Only 3.
Oh.
5 apart.
Nice. 2 cards left.
$10.
Bill Haglund.
The last time we did this was at a Mexican restaurant. I think it was Memphis, and Jack Clark pulled the last card, and it was the Queen of Hearts. So that's what's going to happen this time.
Boo.
I got it. Put one more because I got $10.
One more. No, that's the Queen of Hearts.
I know, but you get one more. They participated.
Keely Jones.
Okay, Keely gets $10. Right?
So do I come again or
$10
no?
more dollars. You get $10 more.
Hey, $30 will make.
All right, there you go, Keely.
Queen of Club. Last one's Queen of Club.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay, we're all going for drinks. Haglund.
Adam's buying. I think he's got a July 1
I'll buy
donation to the
all the stuff in those
foundation.
coolers over there. Anything you want.
All right, well, I think we still have beverages.
Oh, yeah, we got everything. So, yeah.
Oh, start over.
Well, did Boomer leave? Boomer, we need you to make another run up here, please.
I'm just gonna. I didn't know how much.
What?
All right, we don't have the program to call your name this time, Keely, but Keely, we do have a Paul Harris Fellow, your first Paul Harris Fellow, so we got your pen and your certificate. Are you over there still? Anybody else? And certificate. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
Get the light.
there we go.
Turn this way.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Boone.
You done.
Talking about my dog again. Okay. I promise you, I believe that is it. We still have plenty of beverages and food and dessert, so help yourself, stay and visit, and enjoy each other's company. Thank you for being here.